Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So here I do pick a card reading a couple of times a week on my channel. I invite you to join the community by subscribing and sharing your stories in the comment section down below. And if you are a returning subscriber, as always, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys. So today's reading is a suggested reading that I got from my community page where I ran a poll last week that I wanted to know what you guys wanted to see. And this was the second most voted for reading, okay? The first most voted for reading was, you know, what did they think the last time they saw you? And that was released yesterday or the day before, I think. So check that out if you haven't already, but this is the second most voted for. What does your pet think of you? So this is a fun reading. I enjoyed doing this reading. I use a lot of different, I use the trait cards to see what your pet, I keep calling your pet this person. But I feel like for one of the readings at least, this pet was a person in another life, but that is another thing. But we do use the traits to see what your pet thinks of you, like in terms of like your traits, and we use these strange planet cards to get messages from your pet, and the Baby Yoda deck as well, the tea leaf cards, my garden dragons. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So without further ado, for group one, the card came out for you guys is the Deer, okay? Number 22, Gentleness and Diplomacy. And for group two, we got the Dog, number 19, Loyalty, Sincerity, Unconditional Love. And for group three, we got Protection, number 38. So pause the video if you need more time. The timestamps are down below. Remember, it's a general reading, can't resonate for everyone, so just take what resonates and forget what doesn't. If a reading doesn't resonate, feel free to choose another group, or it just might not be the reading for you, and that's okay. If you like a private reading like this, I would love to do that for you. Like I said, I enjoy doing this reading. My contact information is in the description box down below. And so we're going to get started with group one. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, group one. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So we've got, what does your pet think of you? So this was a viewer request. I did a poll on my community page. Check it out if you haven't already. Go over there and vote. And this was the second one in line that got the second most votes. So what does your pet think of you? So what I'm getting initially is that a lot of you who are watching this are innovators. I'm getting a divine masculine energy regardless of your gender. So we all have masculine and feminine within us. So whether you are acting more from your masculine side currently, or your pet is just like viewing you that way, this is what's coming through. So this could be for you. And let's see what else comes out. And you know what? It makes sense if you think about it, because most of us are like the boss of our pet, right? We're like the pack leader of our pets. So at least in their perception, and that's more of a masculine energy. And I feel like this is what your pet is viewing you as. But then again, you could be a man watching, or heavily in your masculine energy right now as you watch this. Also, I'm getting, you know, even if that doesn't resonate, because it's general, take what resonates, forget what doesn't. I'm getting an innovator, somebody who likes to try new things or creates new things, okay? Somebody like, that knows how to think outside of the box, which is probably why you're watching a tarot reading about pets and what your pet thinks of you. What about your pet? Okay, let's see. I'm getting that your pet is somebody that actually, when it comes to you, or at least at present, has like heavy thoughts. Okay, just because, excuse me, that, you know, pets have a certain, you know, IQ capacity that we associate with pets, you know, that they are only capable of understanding X, Y, and Z. Actually, pets are elementals. So they are often our spirit guides. And depending on the type of pet that you have, you know, they're a lot wiser than a lot of people realize. And so I do feel like this is a pet that I'm tuning into that does have heavy thoughts, that does like to weigh the pros and cons of situations, or weigh their options with regard to you. So it's like they're always trying to, you know, think very carefully about what they do and the potential consequences of their actions maybe. So I'm going to get from my character traits deck some character traits. This will help to establish if this is your reading. Okay, maybe you already decided what I've said sounds like your pet and your situation. If that's the case, cool. But just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and pull some traits, and this will help further discern. So this is from your pet's perspective. What does your pet think of you? What character traits does group one's pet think that group one has? Please. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, your pet thinks you are a lot of fun. Okay, several flew out. We've got winning at life. Your person does, yeah, think of you as like the pack leader, like you get what you want, you're the boss, you're winning at life. We've got outgoing, and that was kind of what I was picking up. Some of you really like to think outside the box or try new things. Maybe many of you who are watching are dog people, you know, but you don't have to be. You could be here for any pet. But we've got outgoing, and then we've got adventurous. Yeah, I'm getting that kind of vibe that some of you are really like outgoing. Good sense of humor at the back of the deck as well. So these are some of the traits. So if that sounds like you, continue watching. Otherwise, choose another group or another reading from the playlists linked down below. I think this is the first time I've done a What Does Your Pet Think of You reading. Do you want to get a message from your pet as well? Just to start off before we get into the pre-shuffled cards and then pull tarot. So what message would group one's pet have for them, please? Of these cards here. All right, I got two coming out. It says, now that your exam is over, I will no longer observe and judge you. Relief. Okay. So, it's like, okay, this comes across like two different ways, is that your pet is always thinking like they're being judged by you or tested by you, and that they're always having to pass your test. Because I said that some of your pets are heavy thinkers, weighing options, always thinking about the consequences of what they do or don't do. Others of you could be students, or they're seeing you be stressed out, and your pet is always like observing you or judging you. Because our pets like to watch us, especially like cats. Cats will sit there and stare at you for a long time, and it's almost like, you know, but even dogs, any kind of pet, when they're staring at you, you can get the sense that they're judging you or observing you. And so this pet is saying like they are relieved when they don't have to do that, or maybe you feel relieved when they stopped doing that, right? When they stop staring at you. Can be a little unnerving. But it's something about coming across with passing exams or tests here, and or judgment. And then we've got the machine is spinning, and now so is everything else. Okay, so maybe some of you pick your pet up and swirl your pet around and make them dizzy. Don't do that too much, probably not good for them. Or something about a machine is spinning, so maybe the washing machine your pet is particularly drawn to, or even scared of a washing machine. But I am getting like, some of you do like pick up your pet, whirl it around, stuff like that. You're quite fun. I think you're, you know, we already saw that your pet thinks that you're fun. So this is something they think is fun, you know, as well. Okay, so rearrange another being's existence squares. Okay, that's just, those are cards from a game, so that's what that's coming through here. So the cards that we got from the Mists of Avalon, that was a deck that I was drawn to pre-shuffle. I almost pre-shuffled all your guys' cards, but there was always somebody with trust issues when I pre-shuffle, thinking that I cherry-picked the cards, which is ridiculous because who has time for that? But maybe I'll pre-shuffle next time to save myself time. But the ones that we got for you guys today is the Lady of the Lake and the Deer. Okay, so what does your person think of you? This is number 22 and number 8. I think your person, you know, number 8 is the number of the executive. Number 22, it is a angel number, as well as it reduces to 4, which is a very solid, stable number. So it just goes back to what I was saying, like this person, this cat, this dog, this pet thinks of you as the boss, the leader, the executive. You run things, right? And with this card, it says absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. That just plays into more of that. Also, they see you as, I think you're a very truthful person and a forthcoming person. And that you are a very helpful person as well. I believe the Lady of the Lake gave Merlin, in the story like of King Arthur, and gave Merlin the magician the sword of truth. So it's like your pet thinks of you as a very pivotal part of their life, right? And that when you communicate with them, maybe you're very direct and to the point, but they know that you're doing that to help them, right? To direct them. And then they also see you as a gentle and diplomatic human, right? Diplomatic being, that you are gentle and kind, like the deer is showing. Okay, so this is what we got there. That even though you're direct and you maybe rule with an iron fist, or you can be tough, you do it for their own good, and that you are overall, you're very gentle, right? Kind towards them and to them, which is good to see. Let's go ahead and think about your pet while I shuffle. Angel, spirits, and guides. Can we get more guidance on what group one's pet thinks of them? we've got the Page of Pentacles or Page of Coins in this deck. And you see how she's observing that pentacle? I feel like that's a lot of what happens. Either you're doing that, or most of you, I feel like it's your pet that's doing that. Like they really, they like to look at you. They think you're beautiful. Some of them really feel like you are, like your aura, your energy, or they just love you so much that they just like to look at you, think about you, observe you. And so if you're catching your pet looking at you a lot, it's because they like looking at you, right? At the same time, they're also trying to see maybe what they can get away with, but they just value you. The Page of Pentacles is somebody that has an artistic eye, is drawn to nice looking things that they like to look at. And then we are getting the Death card. Not to be taken in the literal sense, obviously. And what else? Let's get another card. What does Group 1's pet think of Group 1? And we've got this one as well coming out. Okay. So, like I said, with that Page of Pentacles, I feel like your pet does, they like to look at you, but they also see you. Some of you are a student or you're learning something in life. Like you could be quite a curious person, but they also think that you're a very patient person. And maybe you're very focused on your money, your home. You're doing things related to that. Maybe you are often doing things around the house, stuff like that. And they like to watch you do that. They see you as a serviceable person. You know, maybe one of your love languages is acts of service. They see you doing things for them, maybe. And they feel like you are, I just get that they feel like you're studious and observant, okay? But also gentle and kind. Very honest as well. And there's something good about you. They feel like you have a very kind of clear and compassionate energy about you as well. And also that you are just at the start of something, that you're planting a seed on something. Whether they would use those words or not, right? They just have a sense that you are growing something, maybe a lot of plants around the house, but that you are nurturing and that you're growing something in your life. It could be related to your money. And then we've got, or starting something new related to that, the Death card. So that is showing me that this person, or your pet rather, is, they are seeing like, maybe some of you like to drink or imbibe, because we've got this here. It doesn't have to be like alcohol or anything like that, but it could be like you're a very good water drinker. They do see you undergoing some changes though. Your pet feels like things have changed. Like maybe it's related to this new beginning. And maybe that you are moving on from something that you used to do, and you are either no longer doing it, or you're changing the way that you do something around the house, maybe related to practical matters, money and home, acts of service. But you could be undergoing like a spiritual transformation, or even a glow up in your looks, or the way that you, I feel like it's to do with like your aesthetics as well. They notice like changes to your attire, to your looks, to the way you do things. And then with the Two of Swords, it's an interesting card coming out that your pet, that is you more or less, and they feel that you are somebody that is fair and that you try to do the right thing, that you make compromises, and that you're the decision maker, and that maybe sometimes that you don't see them, that you don't pay attention to them, that you're too much in your head, or that you don't give them enough attention, okay? So, but you could be doing that because you are busy, you're starting something new, you're going through some sort of transformation. I mean, you are your pet's parent, but you also have your own life. So sometimes though, they could feel like you're not seeing them, and that they're going a little bit unseen. Also, that you have some sort of compromise that you're making, and that you're always trying to do the right thing, make the best choice, and that you're trying to be fair and compromise with them. Like they understand that you put in efforts to compromise in the pet-parent relationship. Let's look at some clarifiers. right, we've got the Six of Swords. Yeah, and I believe like in this scene, this is Baby Yoda, right, from The Mandalorian, that Mando has just leaned over and Baby Yoda is wearing his necklace, and he forgot that Baby Yoda had his necklace. So Mando's leaning over, observing it, and Baby Yoda is like wondering if he's going to be able to keep the necklace or not. Like Mando is taking something from him momentarily, and he's like watching to see what happens. And that goes very along with this Page of Pentacles energy and what I was saying. So it could be that they have something, like they like to play with something of yours that isn't maybe necessarily a toy. And sometimes you will let them play with it, and other times you will not. So it's like they observe you to see like how you're going to react. But there is something, if that's a message for you, you know what it is, that isn't necessarily a toy, but that you let them have. And then they don't feel entitled to it. They always feel special when you let them keep it, because it's not technically theirs. Clarify that, Death card. I think they like to chew on stuff as well, which makes sense, you know. It's a pet, but I am getting that this pet does have something that they like to chew on, and at those times I feel like you probably do get quite angry at them. Some of them you could spray the pet with water. That's a disciplinary technique with a spray gun or a spray bottle to spray them to get them to stop chewing on something. Getting that as well. Some of you do have more than one pet, several pets, 3 or 4. And one of them gets the whole group in trouble, and ends up really ticking you off. And the like life flashes before their eyes. Yeah, they like hide because they don't want to get in trouble. They feel very anxious about any actions that they or their fellow pets have taken that have potentially ticked you off. Yes, 9 of Swords, or I'm sorry, 9 of Hearts, which is 9 of Cups. I do feel like 9 of Swords energy, where they get very worried about your reaction to any sort of anything that they do that they know they're not supposed to be doing. Like they're waiting to see what the fallout's going to be for chewing on your favorite thing, your shoe, or whatever the case may be, that getting up on the counter, or whatever it is that someone has done. They like wait to see what the fallout's going to be. But then they essentially, you know, they realize that you're going to cut them a break, that you are you know, you are a sharing, caring, generous person. You are gentle with them, you know, more than anything. And so sometimes I feel like you probably do surprise them. They're not really surprised, but they feel surprised sometimes when you don't react badly to something that, you know, that they have done, when they feel like, you know, especially if it's something that they've been punished for in the past. So I feel like very healthy and happy and abundant. They feel really good when you don't punish them for something that they maybe should be punished for, or that they've been punished for in the past. And that 2 of Swords. And this is why we like to shuffle off camera sometimes. Here we go. We've got the 4 of Wands. So this is showing that your pet understands that, you know, to keep things, you know, stable, to run the household, to provide the roof over their head. That 4 of Wands energy is, it's that juncture where warmth meets, I'm hearing responsibility as well, but warmth and responsibility meets stability. And we already got 4, so we've got 4 again. This is showing that your pet knows that in order to keep the home, you really have to think about things. You can't give them all of your attention all of the time. That you have family and friends and other things that you need to do. Some of you have parties and or celebrations. I feel like maybe at those times some of your pets feel a little left out, or like they don't know how to behave. But they understand that the reason that maybe you're withdrawn sometimes, or in your head, or not paying attention to them as much as they would like, is because you're trying to keep the home in order, right? Because you're busy providing them with the home. And I feel like they feel comforted by that. You know, they understand whatever the consequences or fallout or whatever the case may be, like whatever attention they're getting or being denied, it's like understood on a deeper level that it's a good thing, and that your guys' home is like your refuge. They feel very comfortable there. And it's because of the efforts that you put in to maintain everything. Okay. So I wanted to get some cards from my Garden Dragons deck just to get some traits, like what traits does Group 1's pet think that Group 1 has, please? Like, what does Group 1's pet think of Group 1? We've got Cherry Dragon Grace. Aw. Like, you show them grace, that you love them, that you protect them. We've got Raspberry Dragon Kindness. Lots of warmth and loving feelings. This pet of yours has, you know, lots of warm and loving feelings towards you, and they think that you love them and feel warmly towards them. They think you're kind, they think you're graceful, and we've got Onion Dragon Release. And they think you're wise, and they think that you're powerful. And you guys could be releasing something. We saw with that Death card, they are tuned into the energy of perhaps you have released something, you're starting something new, or that you're going through a transformation where you're releasing something or someone. And but I get to that you give clarity, like you're not always stuck in that Two of Swords energy. Like, you release that energy and you come out of it, and you are able to be at home with them, and you're able to participate in like the comforts of home and just being together and enjoying that pet and pet parent relationship. So I'm going to finish off with the tea leaf cards. And before I get the tea leaf cards, if you'd go ahead and hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. It does help the video to reach more people who'd be interested in watching it. So that would be lovely if you guys would do that. And so, Spirit, last messages from their pet. What does their pet think of them? We've got, well, family wishes come true. Aw. And that goes along with that Four of Wands and that Nine of Hearts, where it's talking about this pet feels that, you know, you are a wish come true. Like, they have always wanted a home. This could be a rescue animal, or even if not, like, they're very happy, their cups runneth over. Like, you create a satisfying home for them where they do feel abundant and they do feel healthy and happy, and they feel like this is a real home. Also, they could feel like you have, like, you feel that way. Like, they think that you feel that they are family, right? And that you have a wish for a family. Maybe you have a wish for like a physical, like a human family. But essentially it's that, you know, both of your guys' wishes are coming true through this little family dynamic that you have with your pet. I'm also getting that this pet, we have the eye at the back of the deck that I was drawn to look. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. I feel like this pet does have a spiritual connection to you. Like I said, they are an elemental. And I feel like they protect you as well. They provide psychic protection for you, okay, from any sort of like negative energies that anybody would direct towards you, consciously or unconsciously. We've got the broken ring, parting of ways in either romance or business. Yeah, I do feel like some of you are, like I said, you're going through a transformation. Your pet is aware of that. You maybe quit a job, you're starting another one, or you're in school, or you changed your major, or you're doing something differently, you're learning something on your own, you're dealing with different people. Maybe you've gone through a breakup, you're dating again, or something like that. There's this new beginning here. I really feel like your pet is tuned into that transformation, that change. It has affected them, maybe indirectly, but you're parting ways, and so your pet is tuned into that fact, right? And they're aware of that. And if you have any anxiety about your future, you know, your pet just wants to give you love to help you through those feelings of anxiety. Then we've got success. Yeah, your pet feels like whatever you have done, whatever you have released, or whatever you're thinking about releasing in order to achieve something better, like more happiness at home or a better relationship or just more success in life. Your pet feels like, and they think that you are successful. Like in your eyes, like in their eyes, you are already successful. Like your pet thinks that you're successful. Your pet thinks that you're a star. And they really, they approve of your choices, whatever you're releasing. So just take it how it resonates. They approve of that, okay? I'm also getting that for some of you, this could be a deceased pet as well. That they have parted ways with you, but they're still with you in spirit. And if you tune into your intuition, that you can feel them, that they're still around your home. But if you're holding on to hard feelings about their passing, they want you to release those hard feelings and know that they are happy where they're at and they are still around you, okay? So I think that's it for your guys's what does your pet think of you reading. So I appreciate you guys. Please hit that like button and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, you can hit the bell to receive notifications for my next video. Leave a message in the comment section down below if you would like to. Let me know how this resonated, and I will talk to you guys next time. Welcome, group 2. What does your pet think of you? Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I'm getting first and foremost. You can decide from what I'm about to say if this is the right reading for you or choose another group. But I feel like some of you are, sometimes some of you guys, at least of present energies, like to have your space. Like you love your pet, not saying you don't, but you also like to have your space. Maybe it's your pet that's coming through and saying like, sometimes you're just like, you know, let me be, right? Or maybe you're just more reserved, or maybe you're like that with other people. Like you like your space, you're like, let me be. I'm also getting too, some of you like to dress up. You really dress nicely, and there's something like elegant about you, or maybe you have some sort of a job where you have to dress up, and at those times then you're telling your pet to you know, leave me alone, let me be, don't touch me, I don't want you to get your muddy paws on me, or whatever the case may be, right? I don't want you to get your cat hair or your ferret hair or whatever the case may be on me, right? That's what I'm getting as well. So I do feel like many of you are quite honorable or working like what we consider an honorable profession. I'm hearing veterinarian, nursing, teaching, things of that nature, or just like also that you dress like that, right? You dress elegantly. Some of you really dress nicely. For your pet, what I'm getting is that your pet is, I don't know if they are ignorant, if they're puppies, or if they're kittens, if they're still learning, they're still being trained, they're not quite there yet. There's this energy of them, you know, being kind of like the opposite of you. Like if you guys were the same species, you would be like the city mouse and they would be the country mouse. So there's this energy of like, maybe they're still learning, they're learning your boundaries, learning how to behave, but there's something kind of rough and tumble, a little bit rough around the edges, you know, when it comes to your pet. All right, so I'm going to get some traits, and that will also help you decide if this is for you. These are going to be traits of, you know, what does your pet think of you? So let's do that. Spirit, group 2's pet. What does group 2's pet think of group 2? We got 2 that fell on the floor. Yeah, as I was saying, career focused. So some of you dress nicely, maybe wear a suit, or you have to dress up for work. You're career focused. And we've got nerdy, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, maybe you are just very, you know, kind of nerdy about certain things. Everybody seems like they have something that they're nerdy about. Maybe you're nerdy about, you know, your special interests, or I'm really just getting like your clothes, or the things that you keep nice, that you like to keep nicely. Like maybe you have a collection and the pet's not allowed to mess with it, right? Obviously, because it's valuable and you don't want it to be messed with. There's something like that. Maybe it's your books, your school books, other things, work papers, your desk. Let's take it how it resonates. And we've got hard worker. Some of you do maybe, you know, have a more physical job, maybe, you know, different kind of job. It's a general reading. I'm reading for a lot of different people. But your person does think that you work hard. Whatever you do, and by your person, I mean your animal, okay? okay. I'm probably going to do that 20 more times because this is the first time I've done this type of a reading. It was a suggested reading from the poll that I did over on my community page. And so this is like the second most suggested topic. And so I'm doing that for the person who suggested it. And we've got type A coming out as well, and we've got selfish, yeah. So it feels like, and we've got guarded at the back of the deck. I don't know if this is a newer pet to you, or even if it's not a newer pet, you need to have your space and you need certain things to be done in a certain way. You need to protect your space or your clothes, and you're sort of like type A, maybe perfectionist or very like specific or particular, and your pet feels like that, feels a little bit selfish to your pet sometimes. Okay, so if this sounds like you, then you can keep watching. Otherwise, maybe choose another group or check out the playlists down below. From the Mists of Avalon deck, the two cards that came out for you guys, we've got Serpent and we've got the Dog. So you could have a snake, you could have a dog, but this is for the question, like, what does your pet think of you? Your pet thinks that you are a loyal, sincere, and unconditionally loving person. So even if you guys aren't hitting it off right away, or if your pet still needs training, or if there are things that are off limit to your pet that makes your pet feel like maybe you're a bit selfish or a little distracted, maybe you're too focused on your work, they do feel an unconditional love for you. And they do feel like you have love for them. We've also gotten knowledge and healing. So some of you are in a healing profession. Some of you are knowledgeable or like teachers. There's some area that you're knowledgeable in. You could have helped to heal this pet. If it was a rescue or if it's ever been ill or anything like that. Your pet does feel like you are a healing and helpful person, that you're loyal and that you're knowledgeable. And so those are some pretty good traits that this pet is picking up on. Now remember, you know, pets have a soul, they have a spirit as well. They fall into the category of elementals, and they're usually attracted to you for a reason. If some of these messages seem a little bit sophisticated for whatever kind of pet you have, you know, if you're a pet owner for any length of time, and if you're into tarot as well, then you probably understand how spirit works, and that higher selves can communicate, and that there's usually more to your pet than meets the eye. So we're going to do a couple of messages from your pet here. Let's go ahead and think about your pet. What would, these are hard to shuffle, Group 2's pet say to Group 2 if they had no fear, no filter, please? We've got my blood pump is yours. You fill the void of my existence. Aw. So basically, my heart is yours and you fill the void of my existence. So you're like everything to this pet. This pet absolutely loves you, has unconditional love for you, feels like it's mutual. Okay, one fell out. And then we've got, I will continue to observe right up to the moment my device perishes. Yeah, that you are distracted. Maybe you're on your phone or your devices a lot, maybe for work or for leisure, but your person thinks that you will continue to look at your device right up to the point where it shuts itself off or runs out of battery. So, and at the back of the deck, we've got this little white kitty. So maybe you have a kitten, maybe you have a cat. So this creature will be your friend, or at least our acquaintance. So yeah, there is this energy of maybe it's your pet, your cat, that wants you to stay away, not touch them, leave them alone. Maybe they're very elegant and sophisticated and they feel that way about themselves. They think they're elegant and sophisticated and they don't want you touching them as much. Maybe the roles are reversed and it's vice versa and you're the one that's rough around the edges. But for the majority, I feel like it's the first way that I said it, that your pet feels like you are the one that they have to sort of watch their P's and Q's with you, because you're kind of, you know, you like things a certain way, especially like your clothes and with relation to your work or your collections or whatever it is. So let's get into the tarot. What does Group 2's pet think of them? Oh, I'll take that top one. Got the 7 of Swords. Does Group 2's pet think of them? We've got a couple more cards coming out as well. We've got the King of Wands at the back of the deck. So some of you could be fire signs. Could be a man or masculine, don't have to be. But you know, the King of Wands is a bold, powerful leader. He is the man in charge, right? Also charming and courageous. So this pet is feeling like you are the boss of the situation, right? You run things, which are also very warm. And we've got the Fool here, as well as the Four of Cups. So your pet feels like, yeah, with that Seven of Swords, I don't know if this is an odd message coming through. Maybe some of you are a little bit sneaky. Like your pet could feel like you're a little bit sneaky. I was getting the message that some of you are sneaky with your spouse or with your significant other. Your pet picks up on this if that's the case. Like if you or your significant other is ever trying to take advantage of the other one, or just like get your just desserts or take a shortcut related to the significant other, then this pet picks up on that. They see that. They're a witness to that. Even if you have them in the crate put away, they are seeing you sneaking around, or your person sneaking around. So that's a whole nother reading, but and it won't be for everybody. Others of you, this pet feels like they need to be sneaky with you. Like they have to be sneaky around the house in order to stay out of trouble, and so they try to avoid, you know, any sort of conflicts or anything like that, by being a little bit on the sneaky side. Some of them do feel a bit lonely when you are pulling back your energy, when you are, you know, focused on other things, you know, on your work, on your phone, whatever it is, on your significant other, your partner. And you know, some of your pets also feel like you are quite feisty and confident. Maybe a little bit sassy, and then other times you are more in your power, and taking lead of the situation. So it's like sometimes they wonder, like they just kind of like wonder about you, like what are you going to do next? Are you going to show up in this very forward, sort of easy to read dog energy, or are you going to show up in this sneaky snake energy? Like when it comes to them, it's like they wonder how, like you use whatever tactic that you need to use in order to get what you want out of the situation, and to get them to do what you want them to do, or anything like that. They're also seeing you as somebody who's quite playful with the Fool here. I don't know if you play catch with this particular pet, if you have little balls that you give to them, or you know, throw at them, play with them with that. I'm really drawn to, you know, the Fool is juggling there. It's like juggling oranges, but I do feel like this pet thinks that you're a very warm and energetic person, that you, again, I'm getting confident as well, and they think that that you're adventurous. You could be quite adventurous as well. Take them outside for walks. They really enjoy that. It feels like an adventure to them. They really like to, and if you don't do that, it's like they have hope that you will do that. For some of your pets, they want to be taken out. They want to do new things with you. And they feel like you maybe need to get away from your phone and get some fresh air, go in the backyard with them, play catch, something like that. If you already do that, keep doing that. They like that. They like to be outdoors with you. They would like to do that, okay? Some of you could even work outdoors. And so your person thinks that, you know, that's what you're doing, that you're focused on. You're maybe a little bit distracted. Maybe sometimes you don't always remember to give them their food or their water at their preferred time because you're busy being distracted with your work or whatever else you're doing. But like you've got your head in the clouds, and but maybe it's not that you're forgetting things to do to them or for them, but it's like you just simply have like your head in the clouds a little bit, that there's something innocent about you too. And so, and then we've got the Four of Cups here. And other times, like you're just kind of like dull in this apathetic sort of energy with the Four of Cups. They think that maybe you're not that fulfilled, and you could do it, like you need an infusion of an adventure in your life. Like your pet is picking up on, like you need something. Some of your pets bring you in gifts, and if they do, like, you know, if they drag in, you can see like some pets, cats in particular, will drag in like a mouse or a toy, or a dog will do that. They try to give you little gifts or get your attention because they want to get you out of the funk that you sometimes get in. Like they see you maybe being in a funk sometimes. Maybe you work too much. You're too preoccupied. You're maybe too serious about life sometimes. I feel like this pet does think that you do present yourself the way that you need to present yourself to accomplish, you know, whatever you're wanting to accomplish, but also that you can sometimes get into a rut, and at those times your pet thinks that I just think that they would prefer that you would be more active or adventurous, and and they wouldn't like to see you, they don't like to see you being apathetic like that. So at those times, they might try to be more playful and adventurous, or bring you a gift to try to get your attention, to kind of get you out of this mood, try to cheer you up, try to entertain you somehow. So let's get some more. What does Group 2's pet think of Group 2? We've got the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. It's an interesting one to come out there. I think this this pet kind of wants to, we've got the 8 of Pentacles at the back of the deck, and in both of these cards, Baby Yoda is in the bag and being taken with. So it's like when you leave the house, maybe to go to work, since it's Pentacles, they want to come with you. They want you to take them along, you know, take them along for the ride. Others of them, I don't know if your pet is actually snuck into your purse, your briefcase, your bag, your gym bag, but they could even actually like to do that, or want to do that, right? So it's like there's sneaky energy. They want to get in there and, you know, be a part of that, be included with you, and like sneak into your purse, your bag. And again, some of you like have name brand things. I don't know who you are that has like Louis Vuitton bag or something like that, but I think you like to go off and do your own thing, and at those times your pet wants to come with you. And so for some of you, you know, probably not all of you, this pet has been in your bag, has gotten into your bag, or left things in your bag, or likes to play in there. Also, some of them like to play in like boxes or little things like that that you leave around the house, or have, or if you were ever to do that, put down a small box, they would get into it. They like it. If I fits, I sits. They would like to do that as well. So getting that too. Also, them taking something of yours and then like hiding it. Okay. Running away with something of yours is what I'm getting as well. So if ever something is missing, it's likely your pet has taken it. And if they have taken it, some of them have done it on purpose in order to, first of all, entertain themselves, because sometimes you're not that entertaining. They don't think you're that entertaining sometimes. But also to get your attention away from your work, or to, like, it's their little rebellion of trying to put their little stamp on your work as well. And also to try to, yeah, I just think to be more part of your life, the other areas of your life that they're not a part of as much. Yeah, this pet absolutely loves you guys. We have got the Ace of Hearts, and Baby Yoda is holding like a cup of broth here. So there could be a particular treat, maybe like a pellet type treat, you know, some kind of a treat that you give them that they absolutely love. They love it when you give that to them. And often when you come home from the store, or when you come home from being out, they are anticipating that you're going to bring them their treat. They also think about, you know, just how much they love you, and how much they love going outside with you, for those that take them outside. Though some of them just like to look out the window, right? And like to see nature. So if they don't have access to a window, then make sure that they have access to be able to look outside. Especially if you're out there doing anything outside, working, you know, in the backyard or on your lawn or something. This pet would absolutely love just to be included in that, to even, you know, if not go out there with you, but to look outside as well. And then we've got the 5 of Wands. Yeah, I think that this pet tries to act up sometimes because they want to go outside, or they're feeling cut off from nature or from you because you're too preoccupied. And also they can act up because they want your attention. They want more love from you, more attention from you. At those times when you are too career focused, or too inside of yourself, too withdrawn. One more for the 4 of Cups, please. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly. That was what I was saying. This is a scene where Baby Yoda is getting ready to hit one of the buttons in Mando's spaceship. And so the Razor Crest is the name of the spaceship. So he's looking back at him like, you know, Nana Boo Boo, this is what I'm going to do, because Mando has told him not to hit the button, but yet he's deliberately like a toddler. Oh, you told me not to do it. I'm going to watch your face as I do it. Like, I'm going to look you right in the eye and do the thing you told me not to do, because wanting attention. Wanting your attention. And in that scene, most of the scenes, right, Mando is preoccupied. He's trying to fly his spacecraft, and he's focused on his work, and the baby wants attention. So the same thing with your pet, okay? That's what they think. They think they have to do some naughty things sometimes to get your attention. And it's meant in like a playful way for the most part, but yeah, it can come across as naughty. So we're going to get some cards from the tea leaf deck, and then that will be your reading group 2. And before I shuffle the tea leaf deck, I'd just like to take a moment to ask you to please hit that like button. Go ahead and hit it for me, because it does help the video reach other people like yourself who would be interested in watching this reading, okay? So group 2's pet. What does group 2's pet think of group 2? Got one. We've got bird perched. Maybe some of you have a bird. We've got haystack. And we've got lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. So maybe some of you, oh, and I just realized there was another deck I wanted to get into as well. But anyways, maybe some of you, when your pet acts up, you don't realize that they're doing it for your attention, or because they feel like, you know, they haven't gotten enough attention, or they're trying to actually help you to cheer you up and get you out of your funk, or whatever the case may be. And you get very angry at them. So it's like this pet knows that they're playing with fire when they annoy you, when you're in your Four of Cups energy. But they also feel like there's some rebelliousness coming from your pet, because it's like they're just saying, you know, be fair with me, be good to me, I'll give as good as I get. So like, you know, control your anger or you will be sorry, I'll do it again, for some of your pets. And we've also got karma here. Haystack karma, you will reap what you have sown. Exactly. Those pets, like, maybe the next time we go for a walk, you know, for those that do that, I'm going to run away, or I'm going to pull on the leash, or I'm going to do something that's going to annoy you, right? Next time you put me out in the backyard, I'm going to dig underneath the fence or something like that, you know, because this pet is acting out against you when you don't give them enough attention, or when you don't interact with them enough. And then we've got bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. So yeah, I do feel like this pet does want to be taken out. For some of you, this pet wants to be picked up more, or they want a box to be able to sit in. And so maybe if it's a bird, it wants you to rearrange its cage. But with this being here, it's more or less just saying like, waiting for the other shoe to drop. For anybody that is sneaking around on a spouse, or the spouse's or partner is sneaking around, even if it's like a friend or a family member or roommate doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and this pet is picking up on that and seeing that, some of you are overspending and hiding like whatever you buy from whoever you live with. And this pet's like waiting for that to be found out, anticipating that to be found out. Others of you, it goes back to what I was saying, like when you leave the house and you come home, they want you, like they're expecting you to give them something, like a toy, a present, a snack. They're always looking for that, looking to hear from you as well, wanting more of your energy, wanting you to talk to them, interact with them more. What does group 2's pet think of group 2? We've got Peapod Dragon, organize. I was telling group 2, this is why I like to shuffle off camera sometimes. I almost did it pre-shuffled. I almost did the entire video with pre-shuffled cards. I know people have trust issues about that. but sometimes the cards don't want to come out right away, and it wastes everybody's time. What does your pet think of you? Okay. We've got Mushroom Dragon, Illusion. Okay. And we're at Coconut Dragon, Multitask. Okay. So there is something coming through with, like some of your friends have a pet or pets. I feel like this is more so for if you have like very social animals like dogs, right? That they want to organize like a play date with your friend's pet. Now that's obviously not going to be for everybody. It's going to be for the few that this pet has met, you know, your friend's pets. That's coming through, as well as something to do with friendship or relationships, like outside of your relationship with this pet. This pet is like feeling like maybe you're going to have a party or a get-together, or something is going to happen there that they're thinking about, you know, other people being involved. And also they're thinking about that sometimes you have your head up in the clouds too much, that you maybe not seeing things as clearly as you should be seeing things in some life area related to them or related to something else. Again, I'm getting it's like to do with like a friend or a partner or a family member. So your pet's picking up on that, right? Again, so that's coming through. You having maybe some sort of illusion about some sort of situation, having your head up in the clouds about that. Just take it if it resonates, right? Don't if it doesn't. And then we've got multitask. Like your person feels like you can multitask, and you could even do it better. Like if you have difficulty with your downtime, like your work-life balance, especially if, you know, you are left exhausted from your job, or, you know, you struggle with low energy or anything, and this pet feels like, you know, you could benefit from multitasking better, like that they're, you know, they would like to help you with that by trying to energize you and encourage you by getting you out of your shell, like stirring you up, getting you a little worked up, getting your attention in order to get you out of any kind of funk, so that you can like manage your life a little bit better and have more time for them as well. So what I've got for you, group 2, I hope that was helpful. I hope it made sense, and if it did, and it does sound like you're reading, I'd love to hear about it in the comment section down below. If not, please hit that like button and subscribe. You can choose another group, or wait for the next reading, and I will talk to you guys next time. Welcome, group 3. Thanks for tuning into your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So what does your pet think of you? Okay, so we're looking to what your pet thinks of you. Basically, what I'm picking up for you guys, kind of interesting. I think some of you might be runners, or there's this energy of, yeah, I don't know. There's some of you, I just get that some of you are runners. I don't know if that's like actually you like to jog, you like to run outdoors, maybe you do that with your pet, or if it's like you have a tendency to avoid certain people, places, or things, or even your feelings. There's this energy though of leaving something behind, or leaving something behind. And then with your pets coming through as somebody that is having difficulty being present. Okay, they're kind of a hard energy to pin down, because whatever your pet is, it's like they're always off in la la land. I'm getting like a very spiritual connection between you and your pet. You know, whatever you might think, pets do have their own intelligence. They're like elementals, and they're often spiritual, like spiritual guides for us. And I'm getting a very spiritual vibe from your pet. And if it seems like they're always in la la land, or you don't know where their head is at sometimes, you know, that they're not present, even if they're like not physically present. Maybe you have an outdoor cat, or you have a dog that you that keeps running away, or that likes to run with you, or maybe they're stationary, but they just seem like you wonder what they're thinking sometimes, and they're kind of hard to pin down. It's because I feel like this this particular pet is a highly spiritual animal. Okay, so if that sounds like you're reading, continue watching. I'm also gonna get some traits right now to see, you know, what your pet thinks of you, and that can also tell you if this is the right reading for you. So I'm gonna use my trait cards here. Think about your pet, group 3. What does group 3's pet think of them? This one's trying to come out. We've got quirky, eccentric. I think you're quirky, you're different. You have your quirks. We've got a know-it-all. Okay. So maybe you're always telling this pet what to do, or they just sense that you're somebody that thinks they knows it all. Let's see. We've got lazy. Okay, so maybe you aren't runners. Maybe your pet wants you to run, though. Maybe you're just always on the go. And we've got goody two-shoes. Okay, we've got people person at the back of the deck. So if this sounds like you, this could be your reading. Otherwise, feel free to choose any other group, or check out my playlist down below for a different reading. Oh, this is the first time that I've done the what does your pet think of you reading. And I may do it again depending on the response that I get for this one. So yeah, your person thinks that, I'm sorry, your person, I'm going to keep doing that because that's usually what I say in readings. But your pet thinks that you are quirky, a bit of a know-it-all, maybe a little lazy, and maybe like a goody two-shoes. I wonder what that's about. Like your pet wants you to be a little bit more wild and crazy. Interesting. So the pre-shuffled cards that came out from the Avalon deck is protection and disruption. So that could be why you're coming out as goody two-shoes, like you're kind of innocent, and according to your pet, there's something about them that feels like they have to be extra protective of you. With the protection card, number 38. So I think this, yeah, this pet is a protector, like a spiritual guide, more so than probably the previous two groups, because I'm seeing these two lines here. It looks like an X. Maybe some of you had shared this pet with an ex. They saw you go through some sort of disruption, or maybe they presently are, and so they feel all the extra like connected to you because they know that you've gone through some sort of disruption, some sort of upheaval or breakup, and you know they're part of your life now to be a protector of you, a spiritual protector, and maybe even a physical protector for you, to have you under their protection. Okay, we've got a 38, which reduces to 11. That's a spiritual number. It's also the number of balancing extremes and of a like partnership or a union. So I feel like this pet is trying to be very patient with you and be very protective of you, as it's like their duty to do that, especially through some sort of disruption. I'm getting like third-party situation for some of you has been a disruption where you found that out, or there's been some outside interference that's caused a disruption in your life. It has to do with your emotions, though. And your pet is here to protect you and guide you through that, help you through that, to be your partner as you go through some sort of disruption. So let's get some more cards on this. I'm going to get you some messages from your pet first off. So go ahead and think about your pet, Group 3. Spirit, Group 3's pet. What would they say to Group 3 if they had no fear, no filter, please? Okay, we got this one coming out. Excuse me, we got Roll Suck Supreme. I just roll sucked yesterday, but each new star each new star rise brings more filth. Okay, so maybe you you vacuum every day, or whenever you do vacuum, like this pet feels like you vacuum too much. Okay, it's a pet that doesn't particularly like the vacuum what pet does. So it's basically like saying, you know, you just vacuumed yesterday, and they're saying, yes, but every day I have to vacuum, right? Because every day the floor gets dirty again. So I don't know if this pet is acutely aware that they leave their hair all over the floor, or they track in dirt, but they're picking up on you that you feel like you need to vacuum, you know, maybe a lot. But even if you don't, it feels like a lot to them. They're not terribly fond of the vacuum. And maybe they sense that you're not terribly fond of having to vacuum, especially if they're the reason why you have to vacuum so often. What does Group 3's pet think of Group 3? Two more. Oh, maybe some of you have a horse. It says, majestic creature, I have brought your namesake sucrose cube. Some of these captions, they don't roll off the tongue. It's Nathan Pyle's humor, but if you know it, you know it. But basically, I have brought your namesake sucrose cube. So basically, this alien is giving his three-eyed horse a sugar cube, and evidently that's the name of the horse. So, but I'm getting to that this creature finds you, whatever your creature is, your pet finds you extremely majestic, especially majestic when you are sharing things with them. Maybe sweets, hopefully not, especially if you've got a feline, because that is yeah, terrible for them. But a treat nonetheless. Like this particular pet likes it when you bring them treats. They think that you are majestic, right? And they think maybe that you bring them treats because you find them majestic. And then we've got minuscule portion. This won't remotely satisfy my hunger. It is not intended to. Okay, so the treats that you give them, that's kind of funny. The treats that you give them, it even looks alike, even though I believe they're supposed to be different, is not enough for this particular pet. So maybe you think that you are giving them a fair amount of treats. It's like, yeah, this won't remotely satisfy my hunger. And you're like, it's not intended to, it's a treat. So that's what we're getting from your pet there, wanting more treats. It doesn't satisfy their hunger, right? But they think you're majestic when you give it to them. So we're going to get into the tarot cards. What does your pet think of you, Group 3? Spirit, what does Group 3's pet think of them? Got the Six of Swords. Yeah, there is something about the energy of like you running away, leaving them behind. Maybe your pet has some abandonment issues. Maybe it is that you guys have just moved, or they can sense that a move is in your aura, because pets are very psychic and very intuitive. So maybe you're thinking about moving, or your mind is often far away here. And this was like I was saying, your pet kind of mirrors you in a sense. Because I feel like it's hard for them to be present, like especially like mentally. So this is a card of mentally moving on, not being present. So that's the Six of Swords. Let's get another one. That's too many. We do have the World card coming out, so I'm going to take that. I feel like it does ring with the rest of it, because it's like you guys are finishing some sort of a cycle. Maybe you have gotten a promotion, or you're about to, or you're like promoting this pet. Maybe some of you started off by fostering this pet, or they were an outdoor pet that you fed, and now you're bringing them inside. Maybe you guys, again, maybe you guys are moving. There's something to do with that as well here with the World card. But this person, or this pet rather, see, I told you I was going to keep doing that. This pet is going to keep, like this pet thinks that you are the world. Yeah, you are on a pedestal with regard to this pet. You have changed this pet's life. I think that there is something about your energy, because we have the Page of Wands. So your pet thinks that you are the Page of Wands. You've added spice and excitement to this pet's life, or they feel like you are about to, like, things are changing and speeding up. Also, they feel like you do have this sort of innocent, open way of communicating or dealing with them, and they really like that about you. That there's something almost like childlike and fun. Like maybe you guys play fetch. Maybe you throw a stick. So he's got a stick there. Like you throw a stick and or you wag the little stick in front of them. Like if it's one of those sticks with a feather attached to play with your cat or something like that. Like there's something about that coming through here as well. So maybe some of you have to move for school, or have gone away, went away to school and now you're returning. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but there is this energy of you having a youthful energy regardless of your age to this pet. And also you're kind of like a studious person. That's why you're kind of like a know-it-all, right? And we've got that with that that Page of Wands as well. But this pet just feels like things are changing. Things are changing, and they do feel like a deeper connection with you as well. But it's like no matter how much the things change, this pet remains protective of you, wants to guide you through the changes, and does still remain feeling that the connection that the two of you share is stable regardless of any distance or anything like that. They still feel this connection is a strong and like a stable one, that the connection remains. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So maybe your pet likes to put things in its mouth that it's not supposed to, with Baby Yoda eating that frog there. I think this pet probably has a larger appetite than maybe you're aware of, or maybe you are aware. This pet would like to experience more or different kind of food. Maybe you started feeding them a different kind of food, or a different kind of treat, and they want more of that, right? We already saw that. So this pet definitely wants more of that. But like I was saying, because this is Pentacles energy, it's Ace of Diamonds. This pet does feel like, regardless of any new journeys that you and the pet are going on, or new regardless of any new era that you're entering in your life. And this pet, regardless of the changes, they feel like you guys are solid, okay? That that you are invested in them. Six of Swords. Yeah, we've got the Ten of Hearts here. So the Ten of Hearts, that does show this pet does feel very much at home with you. So it's not like you're gonna move away and leave this pet behind. It's like regardless of any frustrations, it's like you've been trying to accomplish something for a long time, whether it's at home, work, or school, or regarding your money, and your pet's tuned into that energy. And they feel like you are about to accomplish something, or you have. And some of you graduated from a program, or like I said, got a promotion or moving. But whatever it is that you're changing up at home that affects this pet, or even in your life, this pet still feels like a part of your life, like they're your family, that they are totally loving and supportive of you, and they feel that you are totally loving and supportive of them, and that you wouldn't turn your back on them, that even if you did leave or travel or go away, that you would always come back because you are invested in them. Some of you have had this pet for a long time. Some of you have had this pet in previous lifetimes. Let's see. Let's clarify the World card. What does this pet think of group 3? Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of an ending that's occurred here. This pet, I feel like, has witnessed a major challenge that you have experienced. They feel like things are turning around for the better, though. Times are looking up. Maybe you have gone through a divorce or a relationship ending, or some physical or like health issues. Many people have lately, unfortunately. Whatever it is, a heartbreak or health issues, or some sort of struggle that you've gone through that you're coming out of, this pet is starting to eat better. They're starting to feel like things are looking up in a material sense, right? With regard to where you live, with regard to how you feed them, or just in general, like the luck or the atmosphere at home is changing for the better. And it's like this pet has witnessed a battle, because in this particular scene, Baby Yoda is watching Mando fight the Mudhorn, and he actually helps Mando fight the Mudhorn. In fact, if it weren't for Baby Yoda, I assume you saw the show. It's been out for a while. That if Baby Yoda didn't help Mando fight the Mudhorn, Mando wouldn't have won. He would have been destroyed. So that's where that protection comes in. And he did it in a spiritual way using the Force, right? So I feel like that's what it has to do with. This is like a spiritual connection. This person, or this pet, rather. I think it was a person in a past life, to be honest, that you knew. It's coming in pet form in this life. Not for all, but yeah. This particular pet has helped you through some sort of a painful ending and or battle, okay? Some sort of a major change or betrayal. They were sent to you to help you, even if you got them after the fact. They were sent to you to help you, but I feel like in spirit they always helped you, and they do always help you get through your journeys, okay? They help you. And I mean, like in a very crucial, it feels like at a very crucial time, a make or break moment. And they are there. They are there to watch over you and to give you that extra boost that you need to get over the hill. Right at that pivotal point. It could even be talking about something as mundane and simple as when you guys, go for a run and you're about to give up because you've been jogging up this hill and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna walk. And this pet will pull on the leash, or they will, be especially cute or especially playful or energetic, and that helps to give you a boost. It's like they're intending to give you a boost to get you over the hump of whatever you're going through, whatever is bringing you down. And so this pet is here to help move your life along in a positive direction. And they are invested in you, okay? Because it's like being invested in you is an investment in themselves. Because first of all, they love you, but also you guys are a kind of soulmate, and your soulmates for each other. And it's like their job as your guardian to help you and to protect you. Okay, what does Group 3's pet think of Group 3, please? We've got spinach dragon, strength. Excuse me. We've got watermelon dragon, success. We've got squash dragon, opinions. Okay, so yeah, with this, it's saying that this particular pet thinks that you're a very strong person, right? They're here to add to your strength, right? To help you to be successful, to level up in your life, to achieve some sort of accomplishment, to complete spiritual lessons, as well as like 3D earthly lessons. They're here to help you achieve your goals. Also, I'm getting like this would make a good travel companion for some of you. Maybe you were thinking about traveling with this particular pet. If that's the case, this is the go-ahead. But this is about helping you to achieve your success by providing you with the strength, even if that strength is just helping you to think more positively through their presence in your life, by providing you with the sense of family and love that you would not get, unconditional love, you know, that you might not get from other people or other beings in your life. And then with the opinions card, this is showing like this part of the success of this connection is this particular pet's influence on you is to make you feel like grounded. And in your groundedness, you become more grateful. So it's like you changing your opinion from, it's like your opinion or attitude went downhill after some sort of a painful ending. And even though it was a leveling up that you needed to do in order to evolve, you know, as a person, it left you in a sort of a bad state. But their presence in your life has been meant to start you on a new journey, one that is allowing you to change your opinion to a better one, allowing you to feel grateful. And gratitude is what creates what we want in our life. So it's like this pet is very instrumental in your life in helping you to be you know, basically a better person and to manifest better for yourself, and helping to adjust your attitude and to feel more grateful for the little things so that you can pick up where you know, after some sort of disruption, pick up and start again, but this time in a way that's going to be you know, more grounded and stable and rewarding. I feel this new phase that you're entering into, and it's with the help of this spirit guide / pet that you're achieving this. So if this is resonating, please take a moment to hit that like button. When you hit the like button, it does allow for others who would be interested in this reading to find it. And I'm going to finish up with the tea leaf cards. Oh, we've got grapes. And time to go out and have fun. Okay. And we've got mountain, major challenge to overcome. So either you have gone through a major challenge or you are currently going through a major challenge. And as devastating or hard as it might be, guys, this is saying that you will be successful. This pet's presence in your life is to help you to be successful through whatever energy they can give to you. And it's fun. When we have fun, we experience joy. When we experience joy, we have a renewal in our faith. You know, pets are wonderful at helping us to get out of ourselves, be silly, have fun, lighten up, because they're so adorable and they're so playful that, you know, they just have a naturally healing effect. And they make it easier to have fun and to renew our faith through that fun. And it says beetle, good fortune, bringing good fortune on top of the Wheel of Fortune, which is the good fortune card of the deck. So good fortune. This pet has been able to help change your attitude, your opinion, to one of gratitude, and gratitude brings in good fortune. This pet has made you feel more emotionally secure by providing a loving family to you, whether you have like a physical human family or not. This pet is part of your family, and they're definitely part of your soul family, and that is what is helping to bring in, they're helping to attract, they're like a good luck charm to you, attracting good fortune and increased financial abundance and material security as well. So this is a wonderful pet you guys have here. I'm absolutely loving that for you. I think this is all I've got, you guys. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If this does resonate with you, I'd love to read about it in the comment section. And so I am going to let you go, and I hope you guys have a great day.